Alright, so me and Squirt are here to talk to you guys today about more news that has come out in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. If you guys like this video, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and come check me out on Twitch. Link will be in the description below. However, Squirt, very excited about this new news today. I'm going to go through the actual post today that CG released, would have been 2 days ago now, on November 10th. Yeah, November 10th. So I want to go through, we'll go through the pros, we'll go through the cons. Personally, I'm excited. Okay, so getting into this, we have the shard economy changes. So, first things first, our 5th anniversary is fast and approaching, and we have some exciting news for this month. Starting with the 5th year celebration, we'll be increasing the shard drop count on most nodes in the currency to shard rate in many stores. So that is going to be the nodes and the stores. And when is going to be roughly 24th of November. Which should be, if I remember right, is going to be the anniversary, which should be the 5th anniversary celebration. Therefore, roughly November 24th, give or take, whatever they decide to do around that date. So, character shards are the first big hurdle that new players hit, and it's a hurdle that has grown over the last 5 years from around 60 characters at launch to now over 200. Lots of characters, lots of ships. Our intent with this change is to help all players expand their collections faster, and in particular to help new players progress in the game. To that end, we'll be broadly increasing the shard drop count. Shard drop count for many characters. On that note, this does not include the characters or the ships. This will not be including ships. This is just going to be characters. To dive into the details, there are effectively two groups of character shards: original rate and accelerated. Okay, original rate are made up of new and exclusive characters. This set includes those characters exclusive to raids, journey guide, territory battles, and certain high value currencies. This also includes all ship blueprints. So that is going to be a huge one there, is all ship blueprints. That also means that the raid shards are going to stay the exact same. It will still take roughly the same amount of time to do any of the raid characters. So Han, Traya, and Genken are all going to take the exact same amount of time. That will not be changing, and neither will the ships. That also means that any of these ship nodes that are hard nodes, which means if you are farming any ships right now, keep farming them. This will not affect your ship at all whatsoever. Now, accelerated characters are typically those found in nodes and in various stores. This is going to be pretty much everybody else. There is going to be a list at the bottom of this that you can see. I will also link the post to this in the description below. However, all of the accelerated characters are essentially doubling. New marquee characters will launch as original characters and move to an accelerated list approximately 1 year after the release. Approximately 1 year. After a year. Yeah. As the primary impact of these changes, accelerated characters have their shards distributed doubled in most nodes. Combat nodes drop 2 instead of 1. This increases to 4 during double drops. So anytime there's a double drop, we are not getting 2 shards, we are getting 4 shards every single time. That is going to be huge for anything during double drops, excluding the ships again. Store shipments provide twice as many shards, which means any of the characters you buy are going to be cheaper now, as long as they are old characters. Galactic War and non-journey guide, which includes the assault battles. So assault battles, all of those, you're still getting the exact same amount of shard shop currency if you have the character 7-star. Nothing has changed yet that affects the shard shop. Does not include quests and achievements. That will. Minimally, and it's pretty much just going to be the Darth Vader shards. The ship shards we get from those would not be affected anyways. So the only part there is going to be when you get Darth Vader shards, you get a little less shard shop currency. Not a huge deal there. The controversy is going to be for the Bronzium. The downside to this, Bronzium will not be doubling yet. Therefore, every time you farm anything in the from Bronzium data cards, if you are worried about it, use them now. They are exploring increasing this rate in a future update. This may get fixed, this may not, we do not know. It all depends on what you think CG will do. If they fix this, cool, we're back to normal, no issues. The reason I am less worried about the Bronzium data card is this helps new players. This will help keep new players in the game. While yes, it will not increase their Bronzium farm rate. However, the amount of time it will take to 7-star a lot of characters will be significantly reduced. Therefore, this helps mostly anybody who does not have a Galactic Legend right now. Most of the, if not all, of the SLKR farms are going to be on this list. Therefore, you will be doubling that, which means that is a lot of energy that you have extra now to use towards that. So the only people that are largely affected by the Bronzium one are going to be the end game players. Everybody will be affected. I'll be affected by the whole Bronzium thing. However, considering CG has been doing very, very good at fixing things, I honestly think they will actually fix this. I just think they have to work through it, and they want to get this update up and going before that. So I am not mad about the Bronziums whatsoever. Lots of shard shop currency in there. Due to the resulting variation in between shards, we are modifying the shard shop to keep shard purchase ratios unchanged. Under the hood, this means we are doubling all sources of shard shop currency, doubling in-store, and doubling unspent shard shop currency. So, anything you currently will have will get doubled. Accelerated farm characters to keep the conversion the same. This just goes into the rate. Essentially, all this says, everything will be staying the exact same outside of Bronziums. There will be no difference to anything that affects the shard shop other than the Bronzium. Okay, now, the summary. You will hit 7-star characters twice as fast. Shard shop is unchanged. Everything just got doubled. We got through that. That is still very, very good. They did not make the gear farm harder on people by doing that. Other than the Bronziums, they did not make that harder. These changes clearly open the door to conversation about other economies, including gear. Without making promises, we are in the midst of exploring how this could change in the future. But we are adjusting shards first. That means there is a possibility that they will be reducing gear crunch or increasing possibly the same thing, increasing the drop count for gear. Shards play a foundational role in Galaxy of Heroes and have a cascading impact into subsequent economies. This makes them an essential place to start and finish before we make adjustments to the systems that will be affected by changes to shards. We will be carefully monitored. Yeah, they'll keep up on it, and thank you for reading. Now, we are going to pull up the list of characters. Ayla Secura, Akbar, Sokotano, Fulcrum, Arc. Some of these characters, B1 is on this list. Now, B1, when I looked it up, so as long as what I looked up was right, was not supposed to until February. So some of these they're even giving to us even earlier. That means people can go straight for gas, B1, B2. You're looking at Baze, you're looking at Boba, Bosk. These are characters that beginner players are going to need for Scoundrel events. You are going to need some of the characters for the Smuggler event. Captain Han Solo, you need him for Jedi Knight Luke. Sherpa. All of these characters, you need some of these for Galactic Legends. Enfys. A lot of these characters are going to be ones that you very easily need. This means that any beginner players will be able to not necessarily catch up, but they will be able to catch up at least in the star count and a little bit in the gear, because they will be getting the characters sooner than later, which means they can start getting on the gear they want for some of the other characters later. This list is very long. Logray. That is a huge, long farm for a lot of players. So every time that pops up, that getting cut in half helps out a lot. So that is the list of characters that will be getting double drops. And then new characters, roughly about a year from release date, will be added to this list as well. This is a huge update. This is a huge win for most free-to-play people, unless you are at the super end game. Personally, for anybody who's upset, let's just have some faith that they will fix that economy. And if they fix this, even if they do not touch the Bronziums, they are looking into making the gear crunch not as bad. They have openly said that they are considering reducing our gear crunch now, and that it is being looked into. Starting to have some faith that CG may actually be doing a little bit more to help free-to-play players. This is probably because most people who are going to be joining because of Mandalorian may not be buying right off the bat. They also need ways to keep the new players that are going to be in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes that will be joining from the new season. This is going to be a huge bonus to those new players coming in. I know a lot of guilds have issues getting people to join the guilds because a lot of the players, there's so many different alliances and everything. New players help. We need new players. We need people to keep this game going. So personally, I'm excited for this. Alright, and if you like this video, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I do stream on Twitch as well, which will be down in the description below. And until next time, Zeus closing down for the night.